Hey guys, today we're doing another buyer's guide, and this time we're doing none other than the Lethal Protector Venom. So stick around and we're gonna get right into it. So even though this is a video about Venom and every holder that's had the Venom symbiote, we do need to start with Julia Carpenter. So Julia Carpenter was a Spider Woman, and she was the first person to have this particular costume. This figure was released as part of the Molten Man wave, and she doesn't come with anything other than this accessory, which we also see as one of the accessories for the new Silk figure. And in terms of accuracy to the original costume, I think it looks pretty solid, and I think is very relevant to any Venom collection. So she has this costume first, and then Spidey subconsciously decides that he likes that costume too, so when he gets the costume in Secret Wars, then that's what he has. So you can get Julia Carpenter on eBay for about $20 to $25. Speaking of Spider-Man, we have multiple Spider-Mans to look at. So the one on my left is the original one from the Sandman wave. And so this Spidey comes with 2 fists and then 2 crawling hands. And he's using the same mold as the one prior to that, which is the Pizza Spidey body. So very, very slender body on this one. And then we got a similar release in a 2-pack with Kraven the Hunter. And so this one is the same exact body. However, there are some slight differences. So obviously they're both still black and white, but you can see right here that the design of the spider is slightly different, where the one on the right has a more flat head right there, and then this one does not. Also, the body of the spider on this one comes lower down to the abdomen as opposed to this one. And then the same repeats on the backside. Otherwise, they are physically the same mold. And then this one actually comes with a few more accessories. It does come with 2 fists, and it comes with 2 web shooting hands actually, but it doesn't come with crawling hands. The one cool head that it does come with is the civilian head, where he looks real beat up. Do a close up of the 2. So you can see the eyes look exactly the same, and it's really just the way the spider is painted on that's different. So Sandman Spidey goes for about $25 to $35 on eBay, while the Kraven 2-pack Spider-Man goes for $30 to $50 on eBay, and both of those are going to depend on if they have all of their accessories or not. I suspect this one goes for a little bit higher because of the civilian head that it comes with. And then we have the newer retro body symbiote Spider-Man. So this one is clearly very different from the other two. Physically, it's a whole new body. And then what's cool is that the spider painted on is really different in a nice way. So with the original, it's just painted on just kind of regular. But with the newer one, there's a slight ridging that happens. And so I don't know if that's molded into the plastic itself, or if that's just a new way that they're painting, where it just gives a little bit more, because it literally is popping off the body a bit. So besides that, the heads are obviously very, very different here. And otherwise, it's the same kind of character, right? So with retro Spidey, he comes with a bunch of hands. So this time around, we get every type of hand. So we've got the web shooter hand, we have the crawling hand, and then of course the fists. So this Spidey is actually currently available for pre-order on Entertainment Earth. This has been released in the past, so the current pre-order is actually for new stock. So definitely get that one if Peter Parker Spider-Man is the symbiote version that you're looking for. Moving on, we have Deadpool from a storyline called Back in Black. And so this one is kind of a weird story because it's a retcon of the symbiote. The idea was that Deadpool was actually the first person to get the symbiote, and it's because of his messed up psyche that it caused the symbiote to be so aggressive and angry. As far as the figure goes, it does look pretty much exactly like the design that they gave him in the comic books. He's got these tentacles that I think originally came from Agent Venom. And then he's got swords, which is his trademark. He also has a couple of these clawed symbiote hands that a lot of symbiotes have. And he additionally comes with this alternate head. And this head is only seen on him, and then the next one, which is Superior Spider-Man, which I'll show you in a second. So Symbiote Deadpool is actually available on eBay for about $15 to $30. This here is Superior Venom. He came from the Rhino wave. And so Superior Venom is actually Dr. Octopus in the body of Peter Parker. So he is playing as Spider-Man. And then he gets the Venom symbiote and becomes Superior Venom. So like I said, same exact head as the Deadpool one. I think this one actually came before the Deadpool one. But I've not seen it in another figure since then. No additional accessories. This body mold and these tentacles are used again later on for the symbiote Lasher. And it's pretty much exactly the same for Lasher with the exception of the different head. And this one you can find on eBay for about $20 to $35 depending on accessories. Finally, we come up to one of my very favorite characters. We're looking at Agent Venom. So Agent Venom was a Walgreens exclusive. And he's a fairly unique mold amongst a lot of legends because the hands that he has are built into the gauntlets here, and they do not move. They're not removable. They're in this weird kind of claw hand. He does come with 4 total guns, and the tentacles are supposed to be able to hold the guns if that's what you want to have them do. And this one you can find for about $40 complete on eBay. And they reuse this body pretty much exactly for the Agent Anti-Venom release. And then we have his second form, which is Space Venom. This was the BAF for the Space Venom wave. And so no additional hands or any accessories. And this is a pretty cool one. And we've not really seen any of these pieces used on any other figures, which I think is part of what makes this one kind of a little bit more expensive than other BAFs. So this one you can find on eBay for about $80. So now we're looking at the Eddie Brock Venoms, and we are going to start with this one. So this one is part of the Absorbing Man wave. This was the first Venom that Hasbro released as, you know, part of the Marvel Legends line. And this one's great because it looks pretty spot on as the original design as by Todd McFarlane, especially with, you know, the tongue and the green slime coming out. He's got a great alternate head, which also looks just like the original design with the million little teeth in there. As far as other accessories, he only comes with the other open kind of clawed hand and a fist. So this one you're going to find on eBay for about $40. Next up, we have the Monster Venom BAF Venom. So this Venom is pretty much exactly like the other one in terms of body mold. And the accessories are pretty cool with this kind of symbiote tentacle thing kind of flown up from his shoulders and the neck area. What's nice about this one is that even though it doesn't come with alternate hands, it does come with our first and I think only full civilian Eddie Brock head. And this one is just spot on to the comic, which is great. This one you're going to find on eBay for about $35 complete. And just a note that I don't know how well on camera this comes off, but this one on the left is a solid black, but the one on the right is more of a metallic black. So if you are wanting to swap parts, you can, but upon closer look, you will be able to see a slight difference in the colors of the two figures. So as part of the Monster Venom wave, we also got this head for Pork Rind. And so this was the antagonist, or one of the antagonists for Spider-Ham. And I like using this head on this body in particular. And this one is actually pretty close to the same color as this one, which makes this body really appropriate to use. So that means that I'll use this head with that body. And so the head you can find for about 15 bucks on eBay. And then we get to the actual BAF of the Monster Venom wave. So no additional hands or other accessories, just because we have this giant mass of a Venom. I think this spider and even the kind of purplish color is a version that we see in the comic books. I'm not sure. I'll if I can find a picture of it, I'll put it up here now. Otherwise, it is a pretty unique look in terms of all of the different Venoms that we have, and most of them are fairly close to the original design, but this is a pretty big departure. This you will be able to find on eBay for about $60 to $70. After Monster Venom, we had Deluxe Venom. So this was a solo release, not another BAF, but exactly the same mold as the BAF version, but this one being much closer to, I think, what most people are looking to have, which is a black or very, very dark blue colored Venom, and then with the accurate spider on the chest. It's got all the neat tentacles coming around. And this one you're gonna find on eBay for about $40. So this is a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Venom. This is using an entirely different body than any of the previous releases before. I believe this one is Hyperion or Sabertooth body. I forget which one that people say. But this one is pretty different indeed. So we can see right in the forearms that he's got these just bursting veins or tentacles, if you want to consider them that. And then we can see in the neck or in the shoulder area that he's got pegs. As far as accessories go, he just has the fists, and then he's got this alt head. And so these two heads are definitely really different from anything that's come before. This is really spot on from the animation. And the split red definitely looks a lot like the way he looked in the cartoon. So this one you're gonna find on eBay for about $100. Then we have the Venom Knull 2-pack Venom. So this Venom is straight out of the latest big storyline for Venom. It's the King in Black storyline, where we meet the god of symbiotes. So throughout the story, Venom, he gets powered up, and part of it involves him using wings to fly around. This Venom is pretty unique. Besides having the wings, he also has toes on it instead of his more classic original design of just having, you know, flat kind of shoes or feet. And so this body is using the same body as the movie version of Venom. As far as accessories go, we do have an alt head, closed mouth, and then we have a couple of fists. So this Venom is still actually available for retail at $77.99 or less. Even if you're only looking for Venom and not Knull, you can still probably resell Knull and not have to pay full price for just the one figure. And finally, we have the newest Venom released figure. So this is actually using the same body as the animated Venom. Same exact body mold. And what's neat is that, so while this one has holes or pegs in the shoulder, it's patched up in here, and they just added additional tentacles instead. So this was a bit of a complaint amongst fans when this one came out, but they solved that with this one. This one has a really great head with the half Venom and then half Eddie Brock look. And of course he still has a standard fully covered Venom head as well, which is really nice. It's got this huge tongue that comes out. Looks super good. And besides his clawed out hands, he does have a pair of fists. And this one came as part of a 3-pack, which was an Amazon exclusive, $77.99. So you get Venom, Agony, and Riot as part of that box set. So some of you might be interested to know if you can swap heads with this Venom and the winged Venom. And let's just look at the holes. It looks like you can't. The holes are not the same size. This one on the left hand side, which is for winged Venom, is much bigger than this one is, which is the newest Venom. So looks like you won't necessarily be able to swap those. Let's just see what it looks like with this one. Okay, so I was wrong. So even though the hole on this one is bigger, it actually snaps on just fine and has no problem fitting. The blacks are a little different. This one's more matte, this one's more glossy, so take that into consideration when you're swapping heads. But if that's what you're looking for, then that should work. And let's try the other Venom as well then. And there we have winged Venom with the half venomed out head. And again, this head is not designed for this body, but it actually fits and works pretty well. So these are all of our Venoms. We've got the ones that are not Eddie Brock. We've got the ones that are Eddie Brock. What do you think? Let me know which ones that you're looking to get, which ones you already have. And if you need some figures to go with your Venoms, then obviously you're gonna need a Spider-Man. So check out my video over here.